Cari Corbet-owen. Welcome to Coffee with Cari, and I'm continuing to read my new book, Your Body Song, 18 Minutes to Health, Happiness and Longevity. And I promised you last week that this week is going to be something super special, and it really is. Now, just for the record, I call multiple personality disorders extreme shifters, and you're about to see why. What we learn from extreme shifters. People with multiple personalities have a strong consciousness of the separation between each subpersonality. Each has its own name, age, abilities, beliefs, and even memories. Personalities often differ in handwriting, talents, even in the mastering of a foreign language. Important research. Dr. Bennett Braun, a psychiatrist at Rush Presbyterian St. Luke's Medical Center in Chicago, has a patient who has almost a dozen personalities. In all but one, he is extremely allergic to orange juice. If he drinks it, he breaks into hives. But when this patient changes his consciousness and steps into the personality known as Timmy, he has no allergy to orange juice, and even during the action of mentally slipping from the consciousness of one personality to that of Timmy, doctors can witness in real time the clearing up of his hives and blisters. Another patient, who in one state of consciousness had a blood pressure of 150 over 110, had a pressure of only 90 over 60, when another personality took over. Same physical body, different consciousness, a totally different biology. In his book, The Treatment of Multiple Personality Disorder, Dr. Braun describes several instances in which different personalities in the same body responded variously to the same medication. A tranquilizer made the child personality of one patient sleepy and relaxed, but the adult personalities had racing thoughts and became confused. For another patient, an anticonvulsant for epilepsy had no effect on the various personalities except for those under the age of 12. In another patient, 5 milligrams of the tranquilizer diazepam sedated one personality, yet a dose 20 times that, 100 milligrams, had little effect on another personality. Same medication, same physical body, different consciousness equals a different biological response. As reported in the Journal of Nervous and Mental Disease, an ophthalmologist gave optical tests to 10 multiple personality patients, plus a control group of non-patients. To ensure that the ophthalmologist did not know who were the real patients and who were the fake controls, he would leave the room after each optical test while the 10 real patients switched personality and the control feigned switching before he returned to repeat the test. One woman had 3 personalities, aged 5, 17, and 35. When the 5-year-old was examined, she had a condition known as lazy eye. However, it was absent in the 17-year-old and the 35-year-old. Another patient had had his left eye injured in a fight, but the injury only showed up in one of his personalities. It disappeared when his biological conductor was directing the body song of his other personalities, nor was there any evidence of muscle imbalance. Same physical body, different consciousness equals different symptoms. Listen up, important information. Multiple personality disorders offer pretty graphic examples of how when we change our consciousness, we change our body song and our physiology. In other words, our biological self corresponds to our psychological self. As our psychological self shifts, so too does our biology. During the switch between the consciousness of one personality to another, there is a typically short time when heart rate, breath rate, and other physiological markers show a distinct reorganization typical of the personality that is emerging. As a leading authority on multiple personality disorder, American psychiatrist Dr. Frank Putman confirms, a given state of consciousness has its biological reality. My question is, what could we achieve if we could master the ability to shift our body song so completely? After all, we already make consciousness shifts. Any time we shift from one emotional state to another, we undergo body song shifts. Now, isn't that simply remarkable? That they have the same physical body. All they're doing is changing their consciousness, and yet their biology is changing in such remarkable ways that it can be measured. And the problem with labeling multiple personality disorders as a disorder is that I think we're underlooking this gift. We're overlooking it. We're looking at just the disorder of this disease instead of looking at what it's showing us in very remarkable ways. And the other thing is that, yes, we shift our consciousness. Every time we go back to a memory, we shift our consciousness back to that memory, and our biology and the body song notes that are being produced at that time change as well. And as you're going to discover later on, this is the secret to changing our body song. You can order my book off Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for joining me for this week's edition of Coffee with Cari.